He left to survive, but someone waited like he never would in a world that moves on quickly. Some hearts refused to. They told her he wasn't to come and bike, but every sunset, she waited. In a quiet coastal town near Odessa, there lived a fisherman named Mikhail. He wasn't famous, he wasn't wealthy, but he had two treasures in his life. His small wooden boat and a golden-colored stray dog he rescued 5 years ago. He named her Luna. Luna wasn't trained. She wasn't purebred, but she followed him everywhere. To the docks at dawn, to the markets at noon, and every evening she waited by the shore until his boat returned. The townspeople would smile. "Your shadow has 4 legs," they would joke. Mikhail would laugh. "If I'm late," he'd say, "she scolds me first." And Luna would wag her tail as if agreeing. Then the war came. Sirens replaced seagulls. Smoke replaced sunsets, and fear replaced routine. When evacuation orders reached their town, Mikhail had only minutes to decide. Boats were being seized. Roads were closing. Men were being called to defend. A military truck stopped near the docks. "You must leave now," a soldier shouted. Mikhail grabbed a small bag. Luna barked, confused by the chaos. "I'll come back," he whispered, kneeling to hold her face. But the soldiers were rushing him. No animals allowed. He tried to argue. There was no time. The truck pulled away. And Luna run. She chased the truck down the broken road until her legs gave out. The last thing Mikhail saw was her small figure getting smaller in the dust. The town emptied. Buildings cracked. Shops closed. But every evening, Luna returned to the dock. She sat at the very edge, watching the horizon. People who remained tried to feed her. She would eat little, then return to her spot. Weeks passed, then months. Winter arrived. Snow covered the shoreline. Still, she waited. An elderly fisherman named Ivan, one of the few who stayed behind, watched her daily. "You're foolish," he muttered once. "He's not coming back." But he still brought her scraps of fish. One freezing evening, Ivan approached the dock. Luna was lying in the snow, too weak to stand, yet her eyes were fixed on the sea. Ivan sighed, stubborn heart. He carried her into his small shed. For the first time in months, she left the dock, but every afternoon, no matter how tired she would scratch at the door, and Ivan would let her out, to wait. Meanwhile, Mikhail survived the war's early brutality. He helped transport supplies, he worked where he was needed, but every night, he saw Luna in his dreams, running, waiting. When communication lines reopened months later, he tried to contact anyone in his town. Most had fled, some never answered. Then one day, a message arrived from Ivan. "She's still here," it read. "She waits every sunset." Mikhail stared at the screen. His hands trembled. "She's alive, yes, but thin, weak, still waiting." He didn't hesitate. He began the long journey back. It took weeks to navigate checkpoints and damaged roads. When he finally reached the edge of town, his heart pounded harder than it ever had in battle. The docks were damaged. Boats half sunken, and there a smaller, thinner golden figure sat by the shore, facing the sea. "Luna," he whispered. She didn't move. He stepped closer. "Luna." Her ears twitched. Slowly, she turned. Her body froze, as if Sedin T trusted her eyes. Then, she ran. Not fast, not strong, but with everything left in her. She crashed into him, whining, crying, trembling. Mikhail fell to his knees in the sand. "I came back," he sobbed. "I told you I would." The few townspeople nearby began to cry. Even Ivan turned away to wipe his eyes. Luna never fully regained her old strength. The cold months had taken something from her, but she never left his side again. When he rebuilt his small boat, she lay beside it. When he repaired nets, she rested her head on his foot, and every sunset they went to the dock together. Not to wait, but to remember. A journalist passing through town captured the reunion on camera. The clip showed a thin dog staring at the sea, a man whispering her name. The moment recognition hits, it spread across social media within hours. Millions watched. Comments poured in. She believed longer than most humans would. That dog understood loyalty better than we do. I'm crying. News outlets picked up the story across Europe. They called her the dog who waited through war. But Mikhail simply called her family. Two years after his return, Luna grew weaker. Age and hardship caught up. One evening, she walked slowly to the dock, sat down, and leaned against him. The sun dipped below the horizon. Orange light across the water. Mikhail stroked her fur. "You waited for me," he whispered. "Now I'll stay." She closed her eyes, peacefully. In the place she had never abandoned. Some people leave because they have to. Some hearts stay because they choose to. Loyalty is not loud. It is quiet. It is patient. It sits by broken docks, through snow and silence, believing in a promise. If someone told you the one you loved wasn't to come and bike, would you still wait? And if you were the one who left, would you fight hard enough to return? Because sometimes the greatest love stories aren't about romance. They're about a heart that refuses to give up on a promise.